Hello everyone, in this tutorial we will see one of Django features that comes out of the box for us to utilize and use, and it's pretty handy and useful when developing our Django projects, and it is the admin panel. So if you come here, if you check last tutorial, we created a Django project. So if we explore the files here, we can see that we have like some pre-built files they created when we created the project using the admin or the Django admin comment. And inside here, if we go to the urls.py file, which represents the URLs that our project will serve, we see here that we already have a URL or a path called admin. And in order to see or check that, let's first run our server. So if we open the terminal, inside here, before running the server, let's first activate the virtual environment. So we do it as we do it usually, then space // and then we put the folder of the virtual environment, and then script, and then activate. And after we see this env here, we know that our virtual environment is activated. Now we can run our server. So we simply type python manage.py run server. And now the server is running, but I have some migrations here telling me you have 18 unapplied migrations. So guys, if you have, or if you see this message here, just simply close the server by just Ctrl+C, just pressing Ctrl+C, and then run the migration. So how we run the migration? First thing first, we do python manage.py make migrations. Yeah, I misspelled it. And then we migrate. So python manage.py migrate. And as you see here, all the migration is getting applied. So now we can run the server. And if we go to this link here, which is the local host, we see our server is running. What we need to do is we need to navigate to this path here, and we'll see what we'll get. So if I go here and type admin, it'll ask me to log in to provide username and password. At the moment, I don't have a username and password to enter this panel here. In order to get this, we need to create a super user, or in other words, an administrator. In order to do that, we come back here to our terminal, we close the server, and then we type python manage.py create superuser. So that will ask me for username. Let's name it admin, and then email address, let's just say admin@myapi.com, for example. And then we add a password. I'm typing the password, but it's hidden. You won't see it on the terminal. And that's telling me now that Superuser created successfully. So if we run the server again, and then go to the admin panel here, link and provide the credentials, admin, and the password. As you see now, we're logged in, and this is, guys, is the admin panel that Django provides. And as you see now, we only have two options. One users, the other one is groups, and that's because we don't have any applications yet in our Django projects. And each application we create or we start in our Django project, we can add it to the admin panel, and that will give us a lot of flexibility in terms of testing and managing our project without having to build an administrator panel where we can insert, delete data and all that stuff. So if let's check, for example, users here. If we go to users, we can see that I have here the users that I created. I can simply add another user here by just typing the name, for example, user1, and then adding a password here. Just verifying the password, and then save, and this user will be saved, and it'll take me to another interface here where I can add more information about the user and some permissions, and all that comes out of the box. I didn't have to code that, I didn't have to configure that, all that is ready for me from Django. And then I can simply save it, and I'll have here a new user. Okay, I can also create some groups and add users to it. So for example here, if I go add group, I can just name, for example, group 1, and each group will have like some permissions, or some limitations I can specify here and add to the group, and I can then add users to that group. For example, if I choose for example this one and add it here and then save, now I have a group here, okay, where I can, if I go back to users, for example, user 1, you can see here that I can add user 1 to a group 1, for example, and then the users that inside this group have certain permissions and limitations. So all that I can do from Django admin panel. So for this tutorial, I just wanted to show you the Django admin panel, because we are going to utilize this in the future when we create our apps, adding data, deleting data and all that stuff. And you'll see how easy to use and handy is admin panel. So that's it, guys, for this tutorial. Hope it was useful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and until the next one.